Welcome back to Cooper Travel. Come with me on a trip to Montana. First stop, Bozeman. Now, I love the Salt Lake Airport. I don't know about you guys. I mean, it's under construction, but when they put the Christmas tree up, there's just something else about it. I flew Delta. I almost always try to fly Delta. I just bought it with points, and I got free upgrade to first with my status. Look at this view. I mean, nothing beats this. I went in the beginning of early December. Montana really hadn't had any snowfall yet, but Utah had a lot, and so this was kind of views from there. The Bozeman airport was really small, but it was super cute, definitely a vibe. I went and rented a car. We did 3 days for the SUV for $364. That is my travel agent rate. We also went to the hotel at Marriott, the AC downtown. It's a 4-star, but I gave it a 10 out of 10. It was a very expensive hotel, but it was worth the price. The views were immaculate. The rooms were incredibly clean. I mean, the lobby is just bougie. There was everything you think that you could need. There was a rooftop bar that you'll see later on. I would 100% recommend this hotel. The downtown is super cute, definitely very small. We went to Ted's Montana Grill, which is kind of a really staple there in Bozeman. Google only gives it a 3.5, but I gave it a 4 stars. You'll see why in just a minute. And keep in mind, I totally messed up on my editing in this video. Pause. I mean, just look at this Christmas vibes. But yeah, I messed up on my editing. You'll see why. But these are like house pickle cucumbers that they made. They're weird at first, but they totally grow at you. 5 out of 5. And the Huckleberry Mule was a 4 out of 5. It was very good, but a little interesting. And then next up, you have the filet, chef's kiss, and almost like this roast. It was bison as well. So my bison filet was a little overcooked, but the crust on it was amazing. But that's the reason I knocked it down a point. But you could see that this is where I totally mess up on my editing. Look, 4 out of 10, and then that one's over there at a 4 out of 5, but I would give it a 4 out of 5. I need to be more consistent on if I'm going out of 5 or out of 10, but you know, that's to be had for another video. This one was it was good, but it basically just felt like roast that was totally soaked in gravy. Like, it wasn't anything very special, so I only gave it a 3 out of 5. The brisket, it was fine, but it wasn't my cup of tea. And then we went to the Museum of the Rockies. It has a bunch of old fossils and everything from Montana's time. I love seeing all the era timepiece history and learning more about Montana. There you can see I messed up on the editing again. I thought about just redoing the whole video, but then I figured that I'd keep it because it would show me so much improvement as I continue to do my videos and get better at editing. And props to all the people who edit this all the time because it was so much harder than I thought. We went back to the hotel. They had this cute hot chocolate bar. I didn't get it spiked. I just got it normal, but it was such a vibe and it was super cute because it was totally complimentary. And these little waffle things, they're from Costco, I heard. I am totally going to get some. They are amazing. This was Bozeman at night, super cute with all the Christmas stuff. They had these weird looking octopus Christmas trees, and pretty much every storefront was covered in Christmas. I mean, all the lampposts, they had Christmas trees everywhere. Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I was like almost in tears with how happy I was. I loved it so much. And then we stumbled upon this restaurant called Blacksmith Italian. They do completely farm to table, and almost all of their ingredients are from local other places in Montana or Wyoming or pretty close to other states. I started off with a glass of Chardonnay, 4 out of 5. Had a little bit of a bite that wasn't my favorite. Their bread was not very good. It was kind of hard, and it was just weird. Not my favorite. But then there's charcuterie. This is the best charcuterie I've ever had in my entire life. Hands down. I don't have time to explain what all of it was, but those little peppers at the bottom was filled with goat cheese, and it was spicy and had a snap then with the creaminess of the goat cheese. It was the best thing you'll ever put in your mouth. We did not like the entrees very much, or the ravioli bolognese and the spaghetti carbonara. It was just, they were both really average, and the ravioli was filled with way too much meat. Not my favorite. And the carbonara had like no flavor. But the desserts, the budina, I gave it a 6 out of 5 because it is one of the best desserts I've ever put in my entire life, put in my mouth. And the huckleberry panna cotta, I gave a 4 out of 5. It was good, but it was a little grainy, so that was not my cup of tea. But amazing desserts. And then I went to the rooftop bar back at the hotel, had a glass of wine, and just enjoyed the fire and the Christmas lights. It was freezing cold though, so by the time I finished, it was time to go back inside. Stay tuned with me for day 2.